Surged.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. And I saw that move earlier.
Okay. Yeah, he does have the cloak. So HaRDy's gonna have to need. You need to get like a Spore Colony line so you can support those Guardians, and he's gonna need to get Overlord speed as soon as possible, or else Cloaked Wraiths are gonna be able to just annihilate him if he moves out.
And 2 is actually enough. 2 supporters will fight off those Wraiths quite easily.
Yeah, but he can't get too greedy with those Guardians, and he needs to get some more sunken support here to the side of his base. He cannot let HaRDy get his money.
No, and HaRDy has to get his money, so that's actually the dilemma between both players. What do you think? What is your output of this game? What do you think is going to happen from this moment right now?
I would say it's even, but because of the spot advantage, HaRDy being a little bit above him, I would still say that HaRDy has the advantage in the game.
Oh, Mutalisk.
But definitely could go either way at this point. Yep, and he's going with the Mutalisk, which I like that because there's no Marines. He's only got 2 barracks. I mean, against Wraith tank, you want mass Muta.
Well, I know HaRDy does have some Marines. It's that cute little bunch right there.
Yeah.
I mean, he probably has about 20 total. We need a little graph that shows that unit count for sure.
If HaRDy was Jaedong, he would just be able to pick apart those Marines like it was nothing.
Yeah.
And the Scourge coming in.
And with the Overlord and slow movement. Oh, look at the extra subordinate of Wraiths coming into play now.
Yeah, I mean, HaRDy has so many star ports.
HaRDy is probably thinking, wow, that's such a high Wraith count at this time of the game.
Yeah, HaRDy has to know he has so many star ports if he's seeing that many Wraiths.
So what do you
pumping out. Well, what I would do is just go Muta Hydralisk. I mean, use the Mutas to take out the tanks and use the Hydras for the Marines and Wraiths.
See, if I saw such a high, I'd be doing Scourge and Zerglings, in a sense.
Yeah, that would work too, actually.
But you have to be so good at target firing your Scourge. And you want a few Mutas. And the reason why the Mutas are just a distraction to take the few hits while the Scourges do your damage.
By now, HaRDy could have had some Irradiates going on. And you see HaRDy getting kind of scared of an Irradiate. He's bringing some Hydralisks up. I don't even see a science facility for HaRDy, though.
Put up 2 Overlords over here. And I think that was also for the vision part. And to make sure he wasn't going to be tank abused or have turrets above his base.
I mean, still, though, this little Terran encampment is going to be a little bit hard to break. And he's already up here almost firing on HaRDy's main.
He's going to be getting some of his gas too.
Yeah, it's
or a spawning pool. This is what I'm talking about. I wanted to see HaRDy do this actually quite some time ago. Really needs to work at HaRDy's economy.
Yeah, but HaRDy has 130 supply. HaRDy at 146. You need to be more ahead of that. If you are Terran, you want to be about 20-25 supply ahead of the Zerg at all times. Because once you get maxed versus maxed, it's hard to kill the Zerg.
I do have to mention HaRDy. They're kind of spreading his Hydra. It's a great move. Great gameplay. Oh, but HaRDy is rounding up some Overlords.
And that might be the GG. It looks like HaRDy did a lot of damage to HaRDy's army. He lost it all.
I don't know what HaRDy can do really to win this at this time. He has so many. He had that many hatcheries.
He does have a lot of macro down here at the bottom of his base.
And he has a lot of minerals, too.
Oh, jeez. This is just horrible for HaRDy. He's going to lose all these Hydras to those tanks. He needs Zerglings. You were right before. He needs more of a Zergling build.
Yeah. In Wraiths can't shoot Zerglings for DD, donkey.
Yeah, and now HaRDy is starting to get some more barracks up. He's going to be trying to increase it. He stayed with 1 command center the whole game. So, and
that's normal, though.
It looks like HaRDy's actually fighting this off. He just has too many hatcheries at the bottom of his base, and HaRDy is not able. HaRDy must have just gotten some sick economy somewhere. He must have been pumped in drones for a little bit because he is pumping from a lot of hatcheries, and he's still rich. I mean, he's got 2,000 minerals.
That's what happens when you don't get this Zerg's economy.
Yeah, I mean, I really think HaRDy should have went for some science vessels here.
You're in 13 minutes in the game, and you have not reached Zerg economy. You're starting to look in trouble.
Yeah, and now HaRDy's got 120 supply, and the Terran has 126. So, now HaRDy's actually ahead of the Terran in supply. No, they keep pumping and going neck and neck here. But you have to be ahead of the Zerg supply, or it's just tough to overthrow them, unless they're going for like a mass Hydralisk build.
And what HaRDy is doing, in my opinion, is he's just kind of sticking his ground. He knows the Zerg doesn't have a choke, and that allows him great access to just taunt with the Zerg.
Yeah, HaRDy isn't worried about late game. He knows that HaRDy has a bad spot here on the map, so he's not worried about taking this to a long game. There's no hurry. He's just trying to increase his macro and taking advantage in HaRDy's base.
Tanks don't have really.
Oh, look at all those HaRDy die at once.
Wait, I'm gonna look at some upgrades real quick in the tech. Okay, we already know he has the.
Zerg is 0-0. I'm seeing 0-0 on everything for both players. So
that's actually quite surprising. These are top gamers, and it's already 14 minutes into the game. I expect some simple. Of course.
Plague. HaRDy does have Defilers. He's gonna need Defilers to break out of this, but he needs to do it fast. This tank. These tanks are coming up, and they're gonna be able to fire on the main and maybe even the drones.
That one's definitely gonna be able to
hit drones. That one can hit the drones, but it's gonna die before it even shoots. HaRDy target firing that with the Guardians coming into play. And now he's going to move in. He is getting Zerglings now.
Look how many raids he got with the Plague. Oh, this is going to be the fall collapse of the Terran.
Oh, and it looks like HaRDy is going to be able to take over his base. He's just got too many hatcheries, able to extend his base down here to the bottom and just keep his macro up. And look at this Zerg swarm coming into the middle of the map. I think it was just too many raids for HaRDy.
Yeah, I don't think he was expecting the Hydralisk even.
But HaRDy does not have an Overlord out here. He's going to lose all these Guardians to cloaked wraiths.
Guardians cost so much. It's such a waste.
Oh, and those Guardians are just dying for free to these cloaked wraiths.
You know, let's look at the Terran's base. I mean, with his tanks gone, those Hydras alone are going to kill him.
HaRDy has 3,000 minerals. He just wasn't able to keep up the barracks production.
Once he loses these factories, that's going to be the game. Hydras can't be stopped.
If you're going to play with one command center, you have to stay broke at all times. You have to be at maximum capacity. You have to be all in. You don't want to go late game with one command center if you went with it for a 1cc build. And it looks like HaRDy is 50 supply ahead of HaRDy. So
no, this is definitely the game.
Yeah, I mean, HaRDy was able to pull it out. And
Marines alone aren't going to stop these mass Hydralisks that are going to be coming out of space, especially with the high tech of the Defilers.
That's going to be a mental blow for HaRDy to lose this game. I think he really felt confident this game that he was going to be able to take it down, and hopefully he can bounce back for game 2.
I do like this kind of the stall he's given with the extra buildings, just stall the units right in tanks.
Just make a wall for your tanks, but he just doesn't have enough macro, and HaRDy coming in with the Zerglings and Overlords for Vision and Guardians, and it's just going to be too much. He's going to overwhelm HaRDy. I expect HaRDy to GG here any moment.
Yeah, I expect him to do it. Actually, when he just about lost his tech. Okay.
Yep, and there it is.
Game, guys.
GG, let's take it to game 2.